All right. Hey, this is Rodney from Mercer Online. So this video is going to demonstrate how to take care of a pretty pesky situation that arises in Blackboard when you import a complex question bank from an Angel course. So what you do is, let me show you what it looks like here. I'm going into this module and I'm going to click on Edit inside of this question pool. And if I look at this question here and I click on Edit, you'll notice that there's a terrible, terrible thing that has happened. The Allow Partial Credit box for this question is checked. That's a very bad thing because when the questions go to be graded, automatically they're not actually graded. It all sits there in the needs grading queue and the instructor has to go and grade every single question. So we have two options here. We could either go in and edit every single question in this question bank, question pool, which is 64 in this pool, and if we come back out to the pools level, you will see that there are a bunch of questions in this course, and I don't know about you, but I don't feel like editing every single one of those questions. So here is a way that we can keep from having to do that. So I'm over here on Module 4, and if I say export to local computer, what I'm going to do is I'm going to download this question pool as a zip file. Okay, so now here's my file and it's saying opening pool, blah, 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 blah. I'm going to tell it to save the file. And then I'm going to go over into my downloads folder here and open it up. So here's my file. I'm going to extract this and I'm just going to extract it straight into my downloads folder. It's just fine. Doesn't really matter where you put it. Just put it somewhere where you can find it. Okay, so now here is our file. Here's all the files that are inside of that zip package. And what you want to do is go to the first.dat file. If you right click on that and open it with your text editor, I'm a Notepad++ kind of guy, so I open it up in Notepad++ and expand it. And now here you see the XML for it. And what we want to look for is this, BBMD_partial credit tag. So I'm going to go ahead and select that, and I'm going to do a Control-H. And in the middle of this, I'm going to change that blankness to true. And we're going to find any instance of true for partial credit, and we're going to replace it with false. And so we replace all, and it has done it 64 times. You will notice that there were 64 questions in this set, so I know that I've got them all done because I had 64 replacements. So now what you want to do is just take that whole group of files, now that you've saved it, and create a new zip package. So I've got my new zip package. I'm going to rename it because Blackboard will take the name of the zip file and use that as the test bank name. So you need to make sure that you set that up properly. So I'm going to just call it Module 04 zip and come back over to Blackboard. Next thing you want to do is go to Import Pool and browse your computer. And I'm going to come in and get that file. So that's in my downloads folder in the pool export file subfolder. There it is, Module 04. Hit open and submit. And now what's going to happen is Blackboard's going to process this and it is going to create a new question pool from those questions. And we'll wait a second for it to finish up here. Okay, so the import is complete, and you'll see that the package was processed, and we have a success because it didn't come up and give us any errors. So we hit OK, and now we're going to be brought back into the pools section. Now the first thing you're going to see is that there are two pools called Module 04. That's a problem. So what I want to do is I want to come to this pool Module 04 and edit it, the one that contains the bad questions. I'm going to go in there and edit it, and I'm going to delete all of the questions. So to do that, I just come and scroll down to the bottom, hit show all, so this way I have all of my questions, and then come up, click that box, and hit delete. So we're going to just eradicate these 64 questions from this pool. Yes. And you see now that this is empty, we hit OK. And we're back to this screen. Now a wiser man would have probably named the Module 04 zip file something different, but I did not. So I do want to come in here and take a look at the one I imported. So if I click on the drop down and go to Edit, and we select one of the questions, the first one, same one that we saw earlier. If I click on Edit, we should see now that the allow partial credit box is not checked, and so we do not have to go through and edit 64 questions individually. We can just take that one file, export it, clean it up, and re-upload it.